roared across the table. If you can't control that owl, to explain. She's bored, he said. She's used to flying around. If I could just let her out at night. Do I look stupid? Snarled Uncle Vernon, a bit of fried egg dangling from his bushy moustache. But his words were drowned by a long, loud belch from the Dursleys' son, Dudley. I want more bacon! There's more in the frying pan, sweetums, said Aunt Petunia, turning misty eyes on her massive son. We must feed you up while we've got the chance. I don't like the sound of that school food. Nonsense, Petunia. I never went hungry when I was at Smeltings, said Uncle Vernon's son. Dudley, who was so large his bottom drooped over either side of the kitchen chair, grinned and turned to Harry. Pass the frying pan, the magic word, said Harry irritably. The effect, Mrs. Dursley gave a small scream and clapped it in. What have I told you? Thundered his uncle, spraying spit over the table. A pale aunt, who was trying to heave Dudley to his feet. All right, said Harry. All right. Uncle Vernon sat back down, breathing like a winded rhinoceros, and watching his. Uncle Vernon had been treating him like a bomb that might go off at any moment, because Harry wasn't a normal boy. As a matter of fact, he was as not normal as it is possible to be. Harry Potter was a wizard, happy to have him back from the holidays. It was nothing to have lessons, though perhaps not Snape, the potions master. Silence from Ron and Hermione. What wouldn't he give now for a message from Hogwarts? From any witch or wizard. He'd almost be glad of a sight of his arch enemy, Draco Malfoy, just to be sure. And even now, weeks later, Harry kept wagering Quidditch, the most popular sport in the Wizardings. All Harry's spell books, his wand, robes, cauldron, and top-of-the-range bring where Voldemort was now, remembering his livid face, his wide, mad eyes, upright on the garden bench. He had been staring, and some jeering voice floated across the lawn at home. What did the Dursleys care if Harry lost his place on the house Quidditch team because he hadn't practiced all summer? I know what day it is, sang Dudley, waddling towards him and vanished. What? Said Harry. Muggles, not a drop of magical blood in their veins. And as far as Uncle Vernon had even padlocked Harry's owl head. Well done, said Harry. So you finally learned the days of the week. Today's your sneak the rest of the family. Uncle Vernon was large and necklace, with an enormous black moustache. Why are you staring at the hedge? He said suspiciously. I'm trying to decide what would be the stumble backwards at once, a look of panic. You're not to do magic. He said he'd chuck you out of the house, and you haven't got to go in pokery, said he had been left on the Dursley's doorstep 11 years before. Howled. Mom! He's doing you-know-what! Harry paid, as neither Dudley nor Sorcerer of all time, Lord Voldemort, whose name most witches and wizards still feared to speak. Harry's parents had died at a duck as she aimed a heavy blow at his head with the soapy frying pan. Then she gave him work to do, with the promise he would powers had been destroyed. So Harry had been brought up by his dead mother's sister and her husband, washed the car, mowed the lawn, trimmed the flower beds, pruned and watered back of his neck. Harry knew he shouldn't have risen to Dudley's bait, but Dudley had said things happen without meaning to, believing the Dursley story that he had got his scar in the car crash which had killed his parents. And then, exactly, he didn't have any friends at Hogwarts. Which they could see famous Harry Potter, his back aching, sweat as for the summer, back to being treated like a dog that had rolled in something his face. It was 7:30 in the evening when at last, exhausted, he heard Aunt Petunia. Harry moved gladly, a huge mound of whipped cream and sugared violets. A joint of roast pork was sizzling in the oven. The Masons will be here soon, snapped Aunt Petunia, pointing to 2 slices of bread. They'd never given him a proper present, nevertheless. She was already wearing a salmon-pink cocktail dress. Harry washed his hands and bolted down his pitiful sons of Uncle Vernon and Dudley in bow ties and dinner jackets. Furious face appeared at the foot of the stairs. Remember, boy, one sound. Harry crossed to his bedroom on tiptoe, slipped inside. The trouble was, there was hardly daring to believe it. This could well be the day I made the biggest deal of my career, said Uncle Vernon. Harry went back to his toast. Of course, he thought bitterly. Already someone sitting on it. The dinner, and Uncle Vernon was hoping to get a huge order from him. Uncle Vernon's company made drills. I wish abundantly. The little creature on the bed had large, bat-like ears. In the lounge, said Aunt Petunia promptly. Harry knew instantly that this was what had been watching him out of the garden hedge. And Harry heard Dudley's voice from the hall. I'll be waiting to open the door. Dudley put on a foul, simpering smile. May I take your coats, Mr. and Mrs. Mason? May I take your coats, Mr. and Mrs. Mason? The creature slipped off the bed and bowed. Harry noticed that he was wearing grips for arm and leg holes. Harry. And you? I'll be in my bedroom making no noise and pretending I'm not there, said Uncle Vernon nastily. Said the creature, in a high-pitched voice Harry was sure would carry down the stairs. So long has Dobby wanted to meet you, sir. Such an honor it is. Thank you, said Harry, edging along the wall. I'll announce dinner, said Aunt Petunia. His desk chair next to ᵂᴬᵀ, who was a ask, what a woman? My perfect little gentleman, sniffed Aunt Petunia. So instead he said, who are you? Said the creature. Oh, really? Don't do anything but sounded from the living room. You're a wonderful golfer, Mr. Mason. Do tell me where you bought your drink. Not that I'm not pleased to meet you, said Harry quickly, but, a reason you're here. Oh, where to begin? Sit down, said Harry politely, pointing at the very noisy tears. And I wrote about you. This was too much for both Aunt Petunia and Harry. Aunt Petunia burst into tears of Harry thought he heard the voices down the street. Dobby! Choked the elf-see him loudly. And you, boy? Harry fought on. At last he managed to control himself and sat with his great eyes fixed on Harry in an expression of watery adoration. When dinner's over, you take Mrs. Mason back to the lounge for coffee, Petunia. I'll bring the subject round to the drill. They'll be shopping for a holiday home in Majorca. You can't have met many decent wizards, said Harry, trying to cheer him up. Dobby shook his head. Without warning, he leapt up and started to head furiously on the window, shouting, Right, I wanted to move wildly against the bars of her cage. Dobby had to punish himself. And you, snarled at Harry, you stay out of your head. The wizard family Dobby serves, sir. Dobby is a house elf, bound to serve one house and... Can't anyone help you? Alas, at once, Harry wished he hadn't spoken. Dobby dissolved again into wails of gratitude. Please, Harry whispered frantically. Please. He stopped quickly, because thinking about Hermione was painful. Harry Potter, Dobby clapped his hands over his fat ears and moaned. Ah! Speak not the name, sir! Speak not the name! Sorry, said Harry quickly. I know lots of people don't like it. My friend Ron. He stopped again. Thinking about Ron was painful too. Dobby leaned towards Harry, his eyes wide as headlamps. Dobby heard tell, he said hoarsely, that Harry Potter met the Dark Lord for a second time, just weeks ago. That Harry Potter escaped yet again. Harry nodded, and Dobby's eyes suddenly shone with tears. Ah, sir, he gasped, dabbing his face with a corner of the grubby pillowcase he was wearing. Harry Potter is valiant and bold. He has braved so many dangers already. But Dobby has come to protect Harry Potter, to warn him, even if he does have to shut his ears in the oven door later. Harry Potter must not go back to Hogwarts. There was a silence, broken only by the chink of knives and forks from downstairs and the distant rumble of Uncle Vernon's voice. What? Harry stammered. But I've got to go back. Term starts on September the 1st. It's all that's keeping me going. You don't know what it's like here. I don't belong here. I belong in your world, at Hogwarts. No, 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 squeaked Dobby, shaking his head so hard his ears flapped. Harry Potter must stay where he is safe. He is too great, too good to lose. If Harry Potter goes back to Hogwarts, he will be in mortal danger.